Guys, I'm worried about Black Ops 4 and its lifespan, especially on YouTube and Twitch and just streaming and videos on YouTube, because there's some major flaws with the current build of Black Ops 4. I want to go over all of these because I really feel like all of them should be addressed. And the thing is, and why I'm actually hopeful about this, is that Treyarch has been saying this entire time, and Jason Blundell said it, everybody pretty much from Treyarch that spoke about this has said this, that this is going to be the most supported and community feedback thing, whatever you want to say, is just going to be listening to the community more than ever this year with their Call of Duty game. And this is why it makes me hopeful that they will actually make changes to these problems, because these problems are pretty big to say the very least. But of course, with all that said, let's actually jump into these. So the first one I want to talk about is just one that everyone knows about, and just to get it out of the way, and this is the last zombie dying out. This is dumb, this is stupid, and I just don't understand it. Like, this is what they thought. Then there's two that get me so angry with this, because think about it like this. So what has been the biggest problem, the biggest complaint for the zombies community ever since Black Ops? It's continuously existed ever since Black Ops. It's been the last zombie. Nobody wants to deal with the last zombie. They want to be doing the Easter egg steps. They don't want to be getting hit in the back or have someone run around in circles with a zombie forever. Nobody wanted to do that. So Treyarch thought, well, how do you get rid of that? And you get just that one meme where it says they can't complain about having how annoying it is to have the last zombie if there is no last zombie. Am I right? That genius, right? No, that's stupid. Okay, that's stupid. Because the thing is, what people are going to do, because this last zombie can exist for a little bit, the only thing that's going to be different is that it's going to just make you go through more rounds. Because all you're going to do is just have a last zombie and he's going to die, and then you're just going to get to the next last zombie and you're going to do what you could do, and then he's going to die. You're going to go through a round, get to the last zombie, do what you could do, then he's going to die. Then it's just pretty much having a last zombie all over again, except the only difference is that you're going to have to go through rounds, and that's just so dumb. I actually don't understand that. And the only reason I could think that they did this, and it's actually two reasons, is that they want to make it fun to watch, and it's not fun to watch someone deal with the last zombie. Okay, that's stupid in so many ways. I don't think I need to explain that to you, why that's dumb. I mean, it just destroys the funness of the Easter eggs when you're trying to do them. But, of course, the other one is just that they're trying to make their Easter eggs harder to solve. And that's the dumbest way yet that they've tried to make their Easter eggs harder to solve. It's just dumb because, okay, let's just say, that's fine, make your Easter eggs harder to solve. You want people to hunt for them longer. But now once they're solved, it's just a pain to do the Easter eggs. It's not fun when the round keeps ending while you're trying to do it. Just think about the most annoying thing when you were playing Black Ops 3, Infinite Warfare, or any other zombies game. What was the most annoying thing? You're doing Easter egg steps in your middle of doing it, and the round ends because your friend accidentally kills a zombie. That's just so annoying. But now, it's not your friend, it's the game killing the last zombie. It's just like, oh my gosh, it happens every round too. It's just like, why is this a thing? And you know what makes it even better is that, of course, people are going to find a way to make this work, because you can't hold the last zombie anymore. But if you're playing co-op, all you have to do is just get a horde and leave the entire horde with one player, and he just keeps the horde. And now, not only is that less fun for the person keeping the horde, because they have to make sure they're constantly on their toes instead of just having one last zombie, but on top of that, this screws over solo players. Like, you cannot hold a round anymore on solo. It's just impossible. But you can do it on co-op, of course, in a dumb way, but you could still do it on co-op at the very least. And just screws over solo players. And this is something I've been saying for a while, and we'll get more into the solo player thing in a little bit. But you have to remember this, Treyarch, and every single Call of Duty player, that every single one of your players is a solo player. But not every single one of your players are co-op players. There's people who will play co-op and solo, and but there aren't people who solely play co-op, well, at least for the most part. I mean, there may be a very small margin, but for the most part, everyone's a solo player, at least have tried the game on solo once, so makes them a solo player, but not everybody is a co-op player. You cannot ignore all of your audience. That's literally all of your audience that are the potential to be solo players. Not everybody has the potential to be a co-op player, but everybody has the potential to be a solo player. And That's just something they have to remember. We'll get into this solo co-op thing in a little bit, but that's just one of the major problems with it, that co-op players can hold around. Solo players, it's impossible to hold around. Of course, one of the major problems with this last zombie, the only way to do it, and it's an easy fix, don't let your last zombie die out. Just stop doing it. Stop it. For real, it's actually dumb. Nobody wants to deal with it. No one finds it fun, and it's just dumb. Nobody enjoys it. And you may think, oh, well, there's going to be more action now, so people watching the streams and stuff, it's going to be better for them. No, it's not, because aren't your Easter egg steps really cool? But you can't enjoy the Easter egg steps because there's a bunch of zombies all over you. So when you're trying to watch all these cool cinematic events happen while you're doing it, well, not cinematic, but events happen in your game while you're actually doing Easter egg steps, you're not going to be able to, because you're going to be running away from the zombie. And that's just dumb. That's dumb. And I don't get the mentality here. It's just dumb. And the reason they did it is just to make their Easter eggs harder to do, or harder to solve and harder to do, and it's just dumb. Should not be in the game, should have never been in the game. Whoever thought of it, I would honestly want to call for your firing, but I'm not a jerk. I kind of need to keep away from that, but it is insanely dumb. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is relating to Easter eggs, and it's going to be with the art. I mean, I don't know what, the thing is, Easter eggs, at least for 9 and Blood, are for some reason it takes hours to do, and on top of that, you have to do it in high rounds. Now, I'm not going to include Voyage in this, because Voyage is a retarded Easter egg, and I'm sorry you can't do anything about something that's retarded. I mean, it's just dumb. There's just dumb steps you cannot fix, that no matter what you did, I mean, you have to fundamentally change the steps of that Easter egg to make it doable, which I don't think that they are going to do, or I would love for them to do that, but I just don't think they're going to change the fundamental steps of their Easter eggs, so we're not going to be talking about Voyage, but we will talk about 9 and Blood, because these ones have the potential to be fixed, and they said they're going to be working on their game. We're talking to the community and stuff like that, so let's actually talk about these Easter eggs, because one thing I want to mention is the amount of time these Easter eggs take to complete. Now, I haven't really been timing 9, but I can tell it takes multiple hours to do so, even if you're optimized, but especially for Blood. Like, at best, I mean, on the average player, they're going to be taking 2.5 to 3 hours to complete that Easter egg. And even if you're optimized, because I was optimized on the runs I did for Blood, and I barely completed that with 2 hours, 17 minutes. And we really tried hard to go through that fast, because we were trying to avoid blue screens. So we were going as fast as we can, and that's what we got. 2 hours, 17 minutes. And that is just insanely long, just in time to do an Easter egg. Like, why? What was I doing that entire Easter egg? Because for Easter eggs like the Reisendrock, if you're optimized, you're going to be completing that Easter egg in 50 minutes at most, 45, somewhere around that area. You're not even going to take an hour. And then, of course, all the other Easter eggs, they're really somewhere around an hour. But now, you double that time to 2 hours, or even triple that time to 3 hours. It's just like way too long for Easter eggs. This takes way too much time. And I'm pretty sure we all know why these Easter eggs take so much time. And that brings me into the second point of this exact same point I'm trying to make, is that you have to needlessly go into high rounds to do these Easter eggs. And that's what's taking up most of your time, just getting to the higher rounds. Of course, it's not higher rounds like 80 and stuff like that, but I'm talking about higher rounds relative to Easter eggs, because nobody's normally doing Easter eggs on round 20 and late teens. Nobody does that. But think about for 9 and Blood. So for 9, and I'll stay on 9 for a little bit longer because it takes a little bit more to explain, but this is what you have to do just to do step 3, I believe. I think it's step 2 or 3, one of those, but besides the point is that what you have to do to even start this Easter egg is wait till round 10 to have an axe boy come in, and he has to throw an axe at one of the things inside the spawn room, and you have to pick up the wood, then you have to take that wood to the cauldron inside Odin's lair, or whatever you want to call it, and you have to leave that for 3 rounds. So now you're on round 13, or 12 at best, and then after that, you have to take all of the other things, including the piece of wood, to some pot inside Zeus's area, the blood pool, whatever you want to call it. You have to leave it there for 2 rounds. So you're on round 15 or 14. Well, I think it's only 15. I could be mistaken. So you have to wait for that to happen. But then after that, you have to take it to Danu's temple in the underground area. You have to put it on the floor. You have to wait 3 more rounds. So you have to be on round 18 to start step 2. You haven't even appeased a single god, and you're on round 17 or 18. It's just like, why? Why is that a good thing? That makes no sense. You're just trying to make your Easter egg more difficult when it doesn't need to be like that. It actually does not need to be like that. It actually doesn't. Nobody wants to be on the late teens, like 17 or 18, doing your Easter egg. And of course, I'll just get over the blood one right away, because there's kind of two problems with blood's Easter egg. But of course, you cannot get, what's it called, a Brutus to spawn in that ground slams until round 17. So you have to just wait till round 17 to do your second step of the Easter egg. It's just like, okay, gotta wait that long to do it. And it's just not fun to do. It's actually not fun just waiting, because this takes time. I mean, it takes about 40 minutes to get to that round. I mean, or 30, 40 minutes to get to that round. And that's just a ton of time wasted because you weren't doing Easter egg steps. And then you gotta do the Easter egg steps that take an hour to do. So then it's going to just be adding extra time needlessly. So that's just dumb in general. But regardless, it's just like, why did I have to get to these higher rounds in the first place? And the thing is, these steps are so easily fixed, and there's multiple ways to go. And oh wait, no, but there's one more for blood I want to talk about. And the bird step on blood. The bird step on blood, you should be able to hit all 4 birds in one round. Because just think about it like this. So you have to get the warden by round 17, and that's at best. Then you have to wait 4 rounds because you can only hit 1 bird around, and make sure you don't accidentally end the round or something like that. Then that's going to, at best, take you to round 17, 18, 19, 20. You have to be on round 20 in order to even finish the bird step. So it's adding 4 more rounds before you can even do a single challenge. And you have to do 5 of those. 5! Oh my gosh, it's just kind of dumb to just thinking about it makes me angry that you have to wait till round 20 to even start a single challenge. Like, wow. And then, of course, that's pretty much the main problems with that. But the thing is, these are so easily fixed. Let's start with blood. Just let the warden, that ground slam, spawn in like round 10, 11, 12, or just make it whenever you put 666 in the numbers, that's automatically a ground slamming Brutus. I think that would be so much better for that game, and also let you hit all 4 birds if you can in one round. Just do it. It's simple. Now for 9, just let the axe boy spawn in earlier or something like that, or let you be able to take one of the axe boys from the challenge, or when you're trying to open a pack-a-punch, but let them bring down 1 axe boy from there to knock it over and grab the thing, and then make it only 1 round each. So 1 round at Odin's cauldron thing where you have to put the wood, 1 round at Zeus's place, and 1 round as Danu's place. It would be so much better. That's 3 rounds compared to 8 rounds, I think. Yeah, 8 rounds. I mean, 5 more rounds is, 5 less rounds is better in my book. I just think it's better in every way, shape, or form, because you have to remember, you're not going to be able to start any steps past 2 for either of these Easter eggs till round 17. Dumb should not ever be a thing, and that would be an easy fix for both of these. But anyways, now I want to go into the last one, because I've been talking for a while now, and this last one, I'm going to try to stay calm talking about it, but it just actually gets me so angry every single time I think about it. But these Easter eggs are, again, not solo friendly. And if you guys watched me during World War II Zombies lifespan, you would know the major complaint I've had throughout that entire season is that these Easter eggs are just not fun to do, or not even like appealing in the slightest to do on solo, because they're so unsolo friendly. And it's the same thing all over again. Voyage isn't solo friendly. 9 is the most solo friendly, but it's a pain to do. And then Blood isn't solo friendly. It's just not fun to do these Easter eggs on solo, and I don't understand that. And I'll go do a quick summary of this real quick, and why this is the biggest problem that Black Ops 4 currently has, and the biggest problem that followed World War II Zombies. Because the main thing is that people don't always have other people to play with, other good Zombies players to play with. When do you always have, like, you want to do an Easter egg, let's just say you get on one afternoon or one morning, whatever it is, you want to go do an Easter egg, but you know this thing is nearly impossible for solo unless you're a god at the game or smart guy or something like that. But then you want to go ahead and get on, but you know you can't because your friends aren't online that are good at zombies, so you're like, well, I guess I'm not playing then, and you just jump on some other game, or you jump on Blackout or multiplayer instead, or just do something entirely different. It's just so dumb, and that's just the problem from the player's perspective. competitive, and that's probably the biggest one. But the other huge problem for this is just being able to be a streamer, because streamers don't only always have someone to play with on their stream. So it's a major problem from them, because they want to start streaming, and this has happened multiple times, but they don't have anyone to play with currently, so they can't stream because they want to do the Easter egg. They want to stream the Easter egg. And even worse, and this is maybe just for me, but I know this is a major problem for a lot of people, but a lot of people that stream like to interact with their audience. They're talking to chat, they're talking just, back and forth in their chat, just doing what they do, especially for me. And then what happens is, if I get in a game with people, I gotta focus on talking to them, because I don't want to be a bad teammate and be the reason we failed this Easter egg because I'm not communicating. So what happens then is that then I ignore chat. And if I ignore chat, chat's no longer going to be talking unless people are going to watch. And that's a huge problem for me. And that's just so dumb to think about why they would think it's a good idea that they would make this like this, because it's just bad in every single way I think about it. Because remember what I said earlier, not all your players are co-op players, but all your players are solo players. And it just blows my mind to think, wow, what are you doing here? What's the mentality here? My gosh, did you not just see what happened with World War II last year? It was just last year. So many people brought it up. So many people complained about it. It was an obvious problem with the game. I burped there, excuse me. But regardless, it blows my mind. It actually blows my mind that they saw it happen all of last year, and then they did it! They actually did the same! It was a huge... Oh, okay, I gotta calm down. Calm down. But it's just dumb. I just don't get it. I don't get how you can make the same mistake that just the developer from last year just did. But anyways, I think I explained why all these are major problems, major flaws that can have the potential to kill Black Ops 4 Zombies this year, that they should be addressed. And I really hope all of them are. And I am holding out faith with this one, because I didn't have any faith with World War II and Sledgehammer. But since Black Ops 4 and Treyarch have been saying this is going to be our most supported game ever, remember what Treyarch said? During the Game Informer interview when they asked Jason Blundell, if there's one thing you could say about Black Ops 4, what is it? It's the most supported game we've ever created. It's all like, that's what he said. So where is it? Prove it to us, Treyarch. Prove us that this is going to be your most supported game ever. I'm waiting. We're all waiting to make your game more solo friendly, to make your Easter eggs not last 3 hours, and also just not let this last zombie die out. Fix all 3 of those, and I mean, I'll go back. I mean, obviously, I still love Treyarch for their games, but still, you will cement yourself as still the greatest Call of Duty developers, especially for zombies. That's what I'm waiting for. We're all waiting for these major problems to be fixed. It's on you guys now. Do it. We'll be happy. We'll praise you guys. Make a happy video for you guys, and we'll just have a blast playing your game. You'll see me streaming. You'll see me just playing these games and just talking about the game more because I can stream them. But anyways, that's about it for me. This video has gone on for longer than I actually wanted to. How long actually has this been? 18 minutes. I do apologize. Way too long, but I did want to get this all off my chest. But if you guys did enjoy the video, go ahead, do all the normal YouTube stuff. Like, subscribe, bell, share, and especially bell. But I'm going to go, and I'll catch you guys on the next stream or video.